Guys, Ben Pakulski from the Mi40 Gym, just answering questions here off my social media. Off-season cardio, which is more beneficial if you would do 5 sessions per week at 10 to 15 minutes a hit, or 20 to 25 minutes of moderate intensity? Well, first of all, Connor, you want to at least make those comparisons as equal measurements, equal comparisons, right? 10 minutes versus 30 minutes is kind of an arbitrary comparison. But whenever possible, you want to have, I would suggest doing high intensity interval training, or even if it's not high intensity interval training, which is defined as 100% maximum output, right? So most people aren't even able to do high intensity because they'll hurt themselves. So HIIT is balls out as hard as they possibly can for the shortest amount of time, and then the shortest amount of time to recovery to be able to replicate that. Interval training is something where we're just fluctuating the amount of effort during any extended duration form of cardio. So steady state cardio is I'm doing this, really, really steady, versus interval training, slight fluctuations is going to be much better than steady state. Tons of research on that. And the best from there is then going to be high intensity interval training as far as really stimulating that metabolic response you're looking for. So this is an interesting topic, interesting thought, is what objective am I trying to accomplish when I'm doing cardio? So if I'm doing steady state cardio, most people say, well, I'm trying to get my heart rate up. Why? Why are you trying to get your heart rate up? You're not trying to get your heart rate up. You're trying to contract muscles. So muscles get your heart rate up by increasing the metabolic demand for oxygen. So that's why your heart rate goes up. That's a response. You're not trying to get your heart rate up. Your heart rate gets up by a response. What actually am I trying to accomplish by doing any type of exercise? I'm trying to create some type of response within muscle to make them increase the metabolic demand on my body, increase the ability to use nutrients, and increase the need for calories. That's ultimately what I'm trying to do. Increase the thermogenesis, increase the need for calories, increase your muscle's ability to use nutrients, and improve the hormone profiles. That's it. Does that have to happen with, does it take an hour of low intensity cardio to do that? No, so you have to think about, well, what's my objective and how can I most quickly get to that objective? And ultimately, calorie burning is a consideration, but low intensity cardio is going to be by far, steady state cardio is going to be by far the lowest caloric output across the board. The only time steady state, low intensity cardio, I don't even know if steady state is the most logical, but interval training, lower intensity interval training makes a lot of sense is when you're in a super, super depleted state, because if you have no glycogen or if you're following something like a ketogenic diet, then doing any type of high intensity training is going to start breaking down muscle because your body needs glycogen. If you don't have any glycogen there, your body's going to find a way to come up with it. It's going to start breaking down muscle tissues. So the only times low intensity cardio makes sense is when you're in a super, super depleted state. If you're eating carbohydrate, if you're eating excessive carbohydrate, like in the off season, I wouldn't suggest any steady state cardio. It doesn't make sense. I'm eating extra 500 calories a day in order to come in here and burn off nothing or increase my cortisol. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you're going to do high intensity interval training, it makes more sense because it's got other side benefits. Improve hormone profiles, improve nutrient utilization, improve cardiovascular function, improve cardiorespiratory function. So those are the benefits you're looking for from cardio in the off season. So think about that. You know, what's the objective I'm trying to achieve, and is the exercise that I'm choosing to do it allowing me to achieve that objective? And in most cases, the answer is for steady state, it's not the most optimal situation ever.